My name is Eduardo Alvarez. All of us know that our world needs a makeover. Many leaders of the world, including leaders in the church, talk of a great reset as the solution for the problems of the world. God has other plans. He is going to renew the world in its entirety, and He will also renew His church totally. How do we know this? Without going into theological and writings of fathers and saints of the church, Jesus Himself has revealed this to a young woman in Italy, servant of God, Luisa Picarreta, from 1881 to her death in 1947. To start understanding what Jesus told Luisa, we have to lay a background about God's plans. There are three works of God. The first one is creation. God created the immensity of the universe and had as its sole purpose the creation of man, with the purpose of giving and receiving love from mankind. So Adam was created living in the divine will of God. He had a human will and a free will, but all his actions were according to the will of God. That is, they shared the same will, not two wills, but one, God and Adam. This work of God is called the first fiat, creation. And we know what happened. He decided to act according to his own human will instead of the divine will. He withdrew from the divine will, disobeyed God by eating the fruit of the tree that would give him the knowledge of good and evil, which he didn't have until then. For Adam, the consequences was that he lost the gifts of God and the intimate relation he had with God, as well as all the divine attributes of God. For God, the consequence was that he did not accomplish the purpose of creation. This was to have a creature that would multiply and augment humanity for God to enjoy with children, all living in the divine will of God. 4,000 more years went by until a planned Redeemer would come to earth as God-man, conceived in the virgin womb of the celestial Queen, Mary. She was conceived without the stain of sin and had the fullness of divine will since her conception. The last 3.5 years is all we know about the life of Jesus as recorded in the Bible, when he accomplished the purpose of redemption, but not complete. Since many in the world, including many Catholics, don't know anything about it and have not attained the redemption gained for all by Jesus. This work of God is called the second fiat, redemption. 2,000 more years had gone by when Jesus appears to another virgin, an Italian young woman, Luisa Picarreta. During a period of 64 years, Jesus tells Luisa, quote, "I want the prayer which I taught, the Our Father, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, this prayer of so many centuries, of so many generations, to have its fulfillment and completion." Close quote. January 17, 1921. The time has now arrived. The kingdom of the divine will, which is within you to some degrees, is already here in some most fortunate souls, and continuously seek more souls ready to give up their own weak human wills in exchange for the divine will. The persons living fully in the divine will be living in heaven while still on the earth, with the privilege, dominion, and powers over all of God's creation, the same that Adam had when he was created in Eden. This sanctity of living in the divine will has nothing to do with salvation. It is greater than any sanctity of any previous saint in heaven. St. John of the Cross, St. Teresa of Lisieux, Teresa of Avila, Padre Pio, and others all saw that the perfect sanctity was the union with the will of God. But this gift was not available for them yet. This work of God is called the third fiat, sanctification. This is an introduction video on this amazing gift offered to all. In my next videos, we'll talk about how to enter into the divine will and other truths that we need to know about the gift of living in the divine will. Please read the descriptions of this video for links that I recommend. God bless you and your families. May your kingdom come, may your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Fiat.